a great scholar and very highly realized, and also has a unique thing that he's made the Dharma available to a lot of Westerners and founded over 150 centers all over the world. And now there's a kind of revival in India, and Rinpoche is helping us. For example, the center, which has been there for 11 years, which is under the guidance of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, who is a spiritual director. So I'd like to welcome Rinpoche again to us a special talk this evening.
Yeah, got late. And Shandy, director of Choe Ling Center, expressed that I'm a scholar and realized the being myself myself equal as animal ants. That empty mind, like animal ants. The empty minds, empty mind, empty container. So the difference is that same mind, but this time has a human body from my side, and the difference with the ants. So met Buddha Dharma, Lord Buddha's teaching, Lord Buddha from India. So the most precious than whole sky filled with not only $1 trillion, but diamond or gold. Not only that, whole sky filled with the wish ground jewel. Those who has so much merit, Bodhisattvas, will-returning kings, Bodhisattvas, whoever, so much merit, they find jewel in the water, in the ocean. So which ground jewel that you, after you clean it 3 ways, and then you put on the 15th special day on the top of the banner, and then you pray whatever needs for this life, material needs, whatever needs for this life, you get immediately. Like Sabhava does like this, then he is able to give you watch or gold chains or things like that. Not everybody, but some people. So like that, that company is good karma. So the person who has a lot of merit, good karma, good luck, good karma, virtuous action, so much. So then the condition jewel together, then whatever prayer met for jewel, then whatever material needs for this life, then suddenly get actualized. So like that, basically, I mean, come from the mind, come from good karma, come from the positive mind. Come from the positive mind. Similar, the person who win lottery or the any success, who win $1 billion or $1 million. Also, in America, many times, you know, they not only all the time win by rich people. No, many times win by the ordinary people who works in the car. What do you call? They putting oil in the car at the station. Petrol station, like that. Ordinary people, they win $1 million, $1 billion suddenly, put from the lottery. So it came from their virtue thought. They, I don't know, long time ago, many lifetimes, or I don't know, a previous life, or this life, could be this life, but could be much of the past life. One of those times collected so much merit. So that from that virtue thought, from that white thought, virtue thought, then that $1 million, $1 billion winning that happens. So that potential is there in the mind. So the plants seed there because virtuous action seed is planted there. So it's happened. Could be billion, zillion eons ago. Could be possible, but however, it's not lost. So it is in the mind, mental continuum. So it happened, or that time, then that became very strong. Then it happened, and then the condition to win $1 million, $1 billion through lottery or something. Well, that happens. So many times like that happens. Not only these people who win, not like that. Many common people still happens. One time in Darjeeling, I was there, and my teacher, amongst some elder monks, took me there. I think they bought a lottery. I think some. Just was only my first time. So we didn't gain, but one lady, just one ordinary person, she win. I don't know how many she win. I think she won 100,000 rupees or something. She win, but then she died next day. The surprise that she died next day. So that means what is explained from Buddhism, from Buddhist teachings. Buddha from India, the teaching which happened from India, Indian old culture. So there is from view from Buddhism, the explanation that she didn't have it. Now she had collected karma to get. She generated positive mind, virtuous action, the mind, positive mind, mental factor, to get that several hundred thousand rupees. She generated, yes, she got, but she doesn't have a karma. Doesn't have karma. To enjoy. She doesn't karma to enjoy. She karma to receive, but didn't have karma to enjoy. To live on that, to enjoy, she didn't have karma. As I would say. So anyway. So I think maybe sometimes people, become so happy, unbelievable happy, then you die next day. Some people have that. Kind of like bursted, not bursted, but sorry. Sometimes they're from Buddhist teachings, doesn't come to enjoy. So I explained that karma is 4 outlines. Last time I think I might be explained that 4 outlines karma is definite. So means if you collect the virtuous action, then the result of happiness you enjoy. You collect a non-virtuous action, then the result is suffering. So it's definite to experience the result. Of course, there are like this. I think maybe I might have mentioned last time. I don't remember. The virtuous action can be interfered by getting angry, heresy, ill will. There are big ones, small ones, even ill will, generating ill will, to lose the power of virtue. It causes effects like that. The kasure, angry and heresy, depending also how much cause of happiness the virtue destroyed. That depends on whom you get angry. Depends on whom you get angry. So it is explained. So getting angry to your parents is very dangerous. Getting angry to your parents, the father, mother was extremely kind. Described him. It was who was very kind. They gave this human body, and that gave this human body, which has the brain, the capacity, so much more than animal. That can stop harm to others and benefit to others. Not only the 100,000 millions, billions, zillions, trillions, all the living beings in this world who can benefit, bring so much happiness. So, like the Guru Shakyamuni Buddha from India, like Mahatma Gandhiji, and so many great holy beings, saints, that even just from India, so many great Pandit, Nagarjuna, Sangha, so forth. There are 300 Pandits in Nalanda in past all time. In all time, in Nalanda, there were 300 Pandits, including Nagarjuna, Sangha, so forth. Those many great yogis, Saraha, Darabha, Narabha, of the Indian great yogis, so they actualized the whole path to enlightenment. Unbelievable, who has qualities benefited the lineage of the tantric, lineage of the Buddha's tantric teachings, secret mantra, Vajrayana, or lineage, yogis, those pandits. So that's like San Francisco from Italy, the outside look different from normal priest. The other priests were rich white and kind of looking wealthy, rich. But San Francisco, black, cloth, dress, you call uniform, torn patches, with patches. You can still see his dress in Italy. I don't remember which. We saw in one monastery, Christian monastery, his dress. So black, very poor, simple, with all patches. It's similar to those ancient great yogis, India, Tibet. Very similar, very similar. Renounced desire, attachment, sign of that. Patches. And San Francis, he wear rough, something inside. Renounced attachment. Like that to this life, and very humble, and millions and millions of people they like communist, whatever the politically, whatever different organizations, but it doesn't matter. Everybody like San Francisco. The similar, his level of mind is similar as a bodhisattva. From Buddhist is bodhisattva, in Buddhism explained. So who renounced I, who cherished, like we cherish now the I, let go of others. Numberless sentient beings, and Bodhisattva, numberless sentient beings, let go and cherish the I. So like that, he cherished all the sentient beings, let go I. So like the Bodhisattvas, Tantra person, yogis, and Bodhisattvas, like that. So millions and millions of people respect him. So then, sorry, since I started talking about San Francisco, so he, in the forest, there's a wolf eating, harming people. So he said he wanted to go in the forest. Make the wolf, to tell the wolf to stop harming others. But he was told it will harm him. The wolf will harm him. Don't go in the forest. So he didn't listen. He went in the forest, and he told the wolf, please don't give harm to others. I will look for food and give it to you. And San Francis promised that. Then the wolf stopped harming others in the forest. Listened. The wolf listened what San Francis advised. So when the wolf met Francis, the wolf become like the dog. The dog, you see, when the dog meets the master, the dog kind of lay down or lay back and, lay back and move the hands and licks the feet and like that. The dog kind of show happiness to the master. So similar that all when the wolves of Francis in the forest of the wolf did like that, and so San Francis told the wolf, advised the wolf to not harm other people, and he will find food for the wolf. So San Francis then gave food, started to give food to the wolf. So this happened. And then also, what happened was near Pisa, we one center, the meditation center, studying Buddhist philosophy. 2 years basic program Buddhism, but many beginning part and middle and some philosophical text like Mithya Buddha text, Buddha Tantra, and the commentary, the Mithya Buddha's teaching, Abhisamana Kariga, the commentary for chapter and things, so things like that. So several the philosophical text. So they started within 2 years, and then they did a few times, I think 3 times, I think probably, and then they did a master program, 8 years. It was supposed to be 8 years, but 7 years. So I studied the Chandakirti, Indian Pandit Chandakirti, the Vadamika, then commentary by Lama Tsongkhapa, or could be also Chandakirti's commentary, or however, and then Abhisamana Kariga by Mithya Buddha, root text, and the commentaries by Sangha or the Khasa. So then Abhidhamma so it is there is Sangha, nuns, monks, but also a majority is lay people. So there's no extensive Vinaya. If it's only monks, then if it's only Sangha, then monastery, then like these monasteries, you can start Vinaya for years. Then extensive teachings on Tantra, Sikshamandra Bhajana, taught by Buddha, then Nagarjuna Saubhata, the great yogis and Pandits, and then the Indian great yogis, Pandits, then the Lama Tsongkhapa made extensive commentary on with his experience. Tantra, graduate Tantra, the most clarified the practice of Tantra, the argumentative part extensively, and then the Dogrim 5 graduate completion, the Southern clear light. 5 graduation, clear light, and the second stage of the highest Tantra, the second stage, on to enlightenment, so to achieve Buddhahood. So they start this center. This is one major center in Italy, besides all the branches, many branches around Italy. So nearby there. Nearby there. So sorry, since I mentioned this, I should mention after basic program, not only intellectual study, but they have to retreat for 6 months. Is that right? 6 months? No, 6 months, no, 6 months, something. Then they do master program. Then the master program, there's a Lama Yeshe, my great master Lama Yeshe, and Guru, with his same class, head of his class from Baksa, from Jalpaiguri, from Assam, Baksa, you know. I was there for 8 years, living imprint of the mind, studying Buddhist philosophy. So so Lama was there for around that many years or something. So head of his class, Champajatsu, Keshe Champajatsu, so discussed about the 8-year the master program. So to study the basic program. Later, some students, one nun, said this 7 years too long. So I did this afterwards. The Geshe's meeting, and they decided 5 years. So the Lama Tsongkhapa has all the students together at the center, so it's easy to study 2 months. But others, they only send us in city. The people come only in the evening because they do jobs, so they come only in the evening to study. So it takes 5 days. I mean, sorry, takes 5 years. So after that, I planned out the subjects to study. Master program, that is mainly arranged by Lama and Lama's same class. They had Geshe Champajatsu. So after 1 year, then I met 1 year need to retreat. What you have studied, then meditate. Try to actualize in your heart what I said in the book. Try to actualize what Buddha has taught, or Nagarjuna, from great Pandit from India, Nagarjuna and all the great Pandit yogis, what they said, commentary to Buddha's teachings, to actualize, meditate to actualize. So I met 1 year, but they could not do 1 year, but 9 months they did. So the students who did who did 9 months, 9 months or retreat, they were so that it was the retreat was so beneficial. They found extremely beneficial during retreat, even 9 months after that, what they have studied. So during retreat, based on the library. So anyway, they found extremely beneficial. So this is what to be continued, and basic program, the 6 months, I think, something like that. So anyway, so nearby that center, there's I don't know the name of the place. There's not Sicily. Assisi. Not far, 1 hour drive, something like that. So Assisi. So there's a water coming from the mountain. So San Francis, the disciples, they were meditating nearby the water. So they said, they told us, San Francisco, we could not meditate because of the sound of the water. So the San Francisco went to the water and called the sister. water, called the sister, please stop running, because my disciples could not vent it. So the water stopped. Since from that time, you can see there's a mark, the water runs. You can see. But so far, water didn't come out. If water did come out, then it was very inauspicious for the country. So that. This is very common. He says during his life, pigeons, all those pigeons or the birds was sitting on his shoulders and all things like that. And animals very kind of find very trust, kind of like that. Even the statues like that, like it happened during his life. So, we have, and that is a sign. That is a sign why the water stopped, why he can speak, and why the water is able to stop. It's because we have stories about Bodhisattvas. Then from India, I think, not Tibetan, India, Bodhisattva, great Bodhisattvas, and many of the great Bodhisattvas' life story, when they cross river, due to the power of bodhicitta, ultimate good heart, bodhicitta, so the water run, river run, so when they have to cross, the river stops, and they cross, and the river runs normal. That's a common story, and Bodhisattvas have like that. That happens due to the power of their good heart. One time in Tibet, that's not so long ago, at the Shikite, Teshulumbo, His Holiness Kyabje Lama's monastery in Tibet. There's a water flood coming towards the Bodhisattva Ketsang Jamyamal, one Lama was a Bodhisattva. But there might be another life. But recent his life might be life afterwards. Maybe not that Bodhisattva, but later life. One who went to Bangalore Lake, there's a lake in Tibet, a special lake in Tibet. This is like TV in India, TV in the West. Whatever question you have, it predicts. Whatever question you have, it predicts. It shows answer there. Is the protector of Pandanhamo, the manifestation of Saraswati, manifestation of the goddess Saraswati. In the essence, Tara, Sem. So, this is the Tibetan government, the protector, his honor is protector, Dharma protector, Pandelhamo. This lake is a kind of protectors abide, protectors conscience or protector abide there. So whatever question you have, you ask. Even not, you don't have to talk, you just think, and then it predicts like TV. It's like Tibetan. Not nowadays TV, but there's TV from China, but since Chinese computer, Tibetan. Their own TV, them not on this lake, but them in many other lakes of Tara, lakes of different Dharma protectors, so mountains. The color of the mountain, similar color of the Dharma protectors, like that I've seen few. Predicts. So many times incarnation, the monasteries, the founder of the monasteries, or lamas who have many disciples, or some want to find reincarnation. So, of course, they ask very high lamas, and then from the meditation, or when they go to bed, then when they go to bed, the actualized gross mind absorbs an extremely subtle mind, actualized clear light, and from the clear light they can see where the incarnation is, and so like that. So there's all different levels. So tells the incarnation where is reincarnated. So so much is like that. And also general lives. When you die, what will be your life afterwards? And lower realm, higher realm, which realm, all that higher realm, which higher realm, pure land, or the human being, or devas, or so kinds. So you ask, it gives precision. It shows form. It shows by letter. It shows syllables, letters, name, or also form in the ocean or over the water. So like that. So this Lama, Bodhisattva, the Bodhisattva is one life. The Kesan Jayamalam was the Bodhisattva. But his later life was the present life is in India, escaped from Tibet, and is in India, Kesan Rinpoche. But his past life was one who after 13 Dalai Lama passed away, in the aspect passed away, then went with the regent of 13 Dalai Lama, Rinpoche. So went together and spent 7 days at the Bangalore lake. And then they checked every day where the incarnation is happened, and family and all that things. So they saw Turkish roof, a house, and mother and the child, and then Gezang Jayamalam, the Gezang with the past life, was going to see the home in Amdo. So before reaching the home, in the lake shore, one man carrying huge luggage, sure. And it happened exactly when he went to Amdo, to the family, I think it's the family, before reaching the family house, he saw the man exactly. So that's normally regarded very auspicious. Then incarnation knew the Lama's coming today. Told the parents, today the Lama coming, incarnate Lama is coming. Alak in Amdo language. So told the parents before Lama came. So the Lama came, the incarnation came out, the Ketan Rinpoche, the past life, came and disguised as a beggar. Disguised as beggar, carrying the mala of the 13th Dalai Lama, crystal mala, and the hand stick that are used by 13th Dalai Lama. So it came, and the incarnation was 4 years old, and took the mala and put on his head, and took the hand stick belonged to 13th Dalai Lama. So then took the past life of the Gezang Rinpoche inside. Then after went inside the house, then he told the Gezang Rinpoche, the past life, who disguised, came to check the incarnation of the 17Jan Lama, you see. So this being disguised beggar. So the incarnation, 4 years old, brought the Lama in the house and told him that I'm the one who works for all the living beings, not only this world, no, not only this one universe, no, the numberless universe mentioned by scientists and also by Buddha. Omniscient one. So the numberless universe, I'm the one who works for all the sentient beings. So the 4 years old child told the Lama, the family told the Lama. Oh, that means proves that he's generous, compassionate, So that's like that. So what I'm going to say is the story is that introduced the Lama, Ketan Rinpoche's past life. This is what he did. So Ketan Rinpoche, the Ketan Jayamalam, this is Bodhisattva. So water flood coming from it was Dashilma monastery, water flood coming. So she wrote this Bodhisattva wrote on the piece of rock, if it is true that I bodhicitta, ultimate the good heart, bodhicitta is true, then water should run back. He wrote on the piece of rock this and turned towards the water, and the water went back. So this is a very common story among who is Bodhisattva, the saint, renounced the ego, the self-cherishing thought, renounced the I. And all, as we cherish I now, the Bodhisattva cherish all the sentient beings, numberless sentient beings, numberless hell beings, hungry was animal, numberless ants, numberless fish, numberless every insect, maggots, mosquitoes, numberless animals, numberless human beings. As I mentioned, the numberless universe, numberless human beings, numberless Surya beings, numberless Asura beings, all the samsara beings who are under the control of delusion and karma, suffering. Oh, every single sentient being, all that cherish, like we cherish I, they cherish others. Oh, purely, they totally let go, renounce the I. You see, as we renounce others, they totally renounce I. Oh, ultimate bodhicitta, good heart. So the power of that, able to stop the danger, even the water running, able to stop after their prayer. Oh, it has so much power. So if we have that bodhicitta, so if we have a bodhicitta, if we have a generated, our mind transformed, generated, developed good heart, and ultimate good heart, bodhicitta is generated, then our prayers, so much power. So much power to benefit the world, to benefit the numberless sentient beings. So much power. So the stopping water is very common story of Bodhisattvas. Means that San Francisco has bodhicitta. Outside, he recites God, and looks like outside, look like that, but mentally, same as Bodhisattva. So he like other people to criticize. He doesn't like other people to praise. Exactly as the Buddhist Kasure, Kadamba Geshes, Lama Adisha, who came from Nalanda, India, his followers, Kadamba Geshes, exactly, they like other people criticize them, they don't like other people praise them. So total transformation of mind change. Oh, some first ago, even though he is that God and outside like this, but his mind is same as the Buddhist, the Bodhisattvas, so he asked one student to criticize him. He asked, but he doesn't find anything to criticize, only praise. So he asked one student to criticize. So this is a part of his life story. So so I should go through this. The Kadamba Geshes, this is what they choice, and this is what they practice is, they like is to criticize. So if they criticize by others, it helps to destroy the prideness, the ego, and self-chasing. They're able to destroy and then develop their mind. They develop develop their realizations. So the Buddhist realization, they're able to develop their realizations. They praise, somebody praise, then it causes attachment and also negative mind, the attachment. In the West, you see, in the West, they don't know, they have no idea. In the West, if you know attachment, it means you don't have life. If you know attachment, it means you don't have life. It means you don't have animal life, like you have no mind. You have no mind. It's like, in the West, it's like that. No mind. Like plants, like table, like flowers, plants, like that. No mind. So if you don't have ego, then if you don't have ego, you must have ego. You must have pride. You must have ego. If you don't have ego, then it's like the mark. It's like the table. It's like the stone rocks in the road, and like that in the West. You see, like that. So because their knowledge is. Their knowledge is very much, in someone one way, extremely gross, and couldn't see life without delusion. Couldn't see the life without delusion. They don't have a story in the West, living life without ego, without self-chasing, without anger, ignorance, attachment, pure life, positive life. So it seems very strange. One time at private, after my guru, Master Lama Yeshe passed away, who was the center, the Dharma center, the FMT. So I think at the private office, Dharamsala, his owner's office, one time, in this very, very, very early times, so went there, and his owner's attendant, the tall monk, his owner's attendant, said, on something, I don't know what the discussion is. He said, the Western people, one way very intelligent, one way very intelligent, but one way so foolish. He said, one way they believe in things, they're so foolish. one way socialist, but one way very foolish. That was a hippie time. Hippie, not a happy time, hippie time. Explosion of hippie. Also during that time, I don't know what we're discussing, but so of course India is new. I mean, all the story from Buddha's times. I mean, you know, some great yogis, pandits, and so you know, there's life. Pure life without anger, without ignorance, attachment, and without self-chasing thought, you know. It's known pure life and great peace. I mean, you know, but in the West, it's for public, it's kind of unknown. So, so the Ketan Jayamalam. So Bodhisattva. So power Bodhicitta, so he wrote on stone, so turned back, so he had Bodhicitta, so water went back, water flood, all like that. That's common through the many stories of Bodhisattvas like that. Oh, so so there's many great saints, you know, after. What I was saying is that many million people devote or anyway, it brings so much happiness to millions of people in the world. So that so anyway, you know, you can say you can use the brand, or how to say human body, which says you can use the brand like that instead of harming. If you don't know, if you use the education wrong way, then you harm many, which animal cannot do. Many millions and millions of people you harm, you kill, or time to time happened in the world. So if you use your mind in the wrong way, your education in the wrong way, then millions and millions of people, even one person, initiate the kill many millions and millions of power. So like that. So using the mind, using the brain, or using the mind, the education wrong way to harm millions and millions of people. It's bringing happiness to millions and millions of people, peace. And so like those holy beings, like his own is Dalai Lama, all of that, like Grisajam and Buddha, so okay, that's all. Okay, so tonight so the difference I got a human body this time can use that because I have met with the Dharma, so gives a little bit of understanding what's right and wrong in the life. What is right and wrong? So that's the biggest problem in the life. And in the world, biggest problem in the world, it doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. Right, that brings happiness to you, to others, now who are numberless. Wrong, which brings suffering to you, brings suffering to numberless others. Oh, doesn't know that. For example, in Australia, people do not, parents, people do not know what is right, what is wrong. So also to guide, they make the children, they make lots of children, but they don't know how to guide the children, how to look after the children. That's the biggest problem. That's a big problem in Australia. They talked about month, discuss, but cannot. Cannot conclude, cannot come to the conclusion. So that do you know what is right or wrong in the West? So in the world doesn't know what is right or wrong. So what is wrong, they think is right. What is right, they think wrong. brings so much problem in the world, so much problem in the world, so much problem to yourself, so much problem to your family, so much problem in the country, so much problem in the whole universe and the whole world. So anyway, identity, you see. So you have to develop your wisdom. So the antidote is you have to develop your wisdom. Yes, generally speaking, yes. You learn. Yes, you can learn the different religion, Buddhism as well. Then you see, of course, if you can't, then of course they're learning the omniscient ones, teaching the expansion, omniscient ones. So then you can judge all the rest in the world. You have to develop your wisdom. So important. The antidote to that. But it has to develop in the correct way. So anyway, so tonight, I'm so to speak on the undesirable things that we experience in this life, to utilize, to transform in the desirable happiness. Undesirable condition, the suffering, undesirable condition, or the problem, the suffering, into a desirable condition, into happiness. So I began the other day. So on the basis of Gyatso Tongma Sangpa's advice, and so So transform a problem into happiness. That's a simple title. Tibetan language, Jing'e Lamchir. Jing'e Lamchir. So, Jing'e Lamchir means all the bad conditions, unfavorable conditions, undesirable conditions, problems that you don't like, transform in the path to Buddhahood, in the path to Buddhahood, Sangye, in the path to total cessation of the obscuration and completion of all the realizations, Buddhahood, ultimate happiness. You utilize in the path to enlightenment. Not just happiness, not just transform. It sounds like it just transform and happiness this life, just kind of something very simple. yeah, you can use that title, but it's deeper than that. Not only transform the happiness of future lives, future numberless lives, happiness of the numberless lives. Not just that. Happiness, transform the problem into ultimate happiness, nirvana, free from oceans of samsara suffering. Not just that, for oneself. No, transform in the path to sangye, total elimination of obscuration, completion of all the realization, the ultimate happiness, Buddhahood, full enlightenment. For sentence, for numberless sentence beings. Then there is numberless sentence. You use the what means you use the problem. Not only you are happy. No, you're not only your enlightenment. It's not that. You only your own happiness, enlightenment. No. That means the problem what you're experiencing, unbearable thing, or you use that to free the numberless sentient beings, numberless, as I counted before, numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering, including the cause, the delusion karma. Then bring the numberless sentient beings to the full enlightenment, Buddhahood. Utilizing the problem, what you experience the problem, you use in the path to achieve full enlightenment, so that you can do without slightest mistakes, perfect all, freeing them from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. So every single your problem, even toothache or headache or whatever, even people criticize, even people criticize, criticize. So I just remember one thing. A long time ago at Dharamsala, I was staying at Tishita. This Naropa, great yogi, Indian great yogi, Naropa Naropa's family, generation of the family. This house, Narokotish, it's called Narokotish. It belonged to the generation of the family of Naropa, great yogi Naropa. So my root guru, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, the Hison Dharma's younger Choe, lived there 7 years. So they moved down. So that's maybe too high, and maybe yeah. So we bought for meditation center. Students paid money and they bought. So I was staying there in one small room, corner, the left corner, on the front of the left corner, small. So the dialectical school teacher who passed away, who was killed, and so one time I was coming down to dialectical school, I think to meet somebody. I don't know what the purpose is. So a dialectical school teacher, he was lived up outside the monastery. There was a road like this, Liberty before that. So he was up. So it was very helpful for my mind. So he was like this, nose up, in the sky. This guy was nose up, and looking down. So I arrived to Shita from coming down from there. So after I sat down on my bed, after I sat down on my bed, so I thought he was so kind, unbelievable kind, keeping up his nose up in the sky and looking at me down. You see, I thought it was so helpful. My mind, so kind, putting down me and the showing. I don't know whether it's pride or not, but showing like that, I felt so kind, unbelievable kind to me. Myself, normally I work for ego to develop the ego. And myself help the ego to develop, you see. So this person, putting down me, so helpful. So together, so helping me together to destroy my ego. Together to destroy my ego. Self-chasing thought. Together destroying my self-chasing thought. Self-chasing thought which involves, which brings all the obstacles, all the problems, problems to practice Dharma, all the problems, opposite to happiness, all the problems. The self-chasing thought which brings all the problems. So obstacles to practice Dharma. So he's together with me, helping to destroy my ego. So that is so kind, unbelievable how I felt that. So unbelievable kind. Even somebody give you 100,000 rupees or dollars, even somebody give you, it doesn't bring that happiness. Destroying your ego, destroying your self-chasing thought. That happiness, that incredible peace. Even somebody give you $1 billion, $100,000 or 100,000 rupees, it doesn't bring. Maybe it develop, maybe, but it doesn't destroy your ego, self-chasing thought. Doesn't do that. So I thought to thank to the person, to the Delhi school teacher, to thank for that, to offer something. So my teacher, Geshe Rabden, first teacher who taught me philosophy, the beginning of philosophy at Baksai. So great, he's not only an intellectual teacher, great teacher, but also realized mentor, great mentor. Geshe Rabden, so he's known in Sarakat and Devung, the Lama Tsongkhapa tradition. They have famous monasteries, even in Tibet, the most famous, studying extensive Buddhism, Buddha Dharma. So Geshe Rabden Rinpoche, what he does, the other Geshes who complain to him, criticize to him, then he invite, when they come to him, he offer momo. He asks servants to make momo, the best food, to whatever, the most pleasant to them, to offer momo to the Geshes who are complaining to him. Not this political idea. Oh, if I offer momo, they will stop criticizing. Not that one. So thank, as I mentioned, to thank they criticizing, as I explained the Kadamba Geshe. So criticizing, of course, from my side, but of course, Buddha, so when generally speaking, is not if I offer Momo, then you will stop criticizing. Not that political aim. They know that. So really appreciate. Because really so much appreciate. So the what is shown, general aspect is so that the mistake within your mind, within your life, so can be eliminated as a that benefit to eliminate your mistakes. So, however, generally that. Of course, I'm the disciple of Geshe, so I must look at the Buddha. So Shakyamuni Buddha has no mistakes, has all the numberless eons ago removed delusions already. How can there be mistakes? So the like that sense. So it is so beneficial offering momos to thank for that, not the political aim. Oh, that's that if I give this, then they will stop me. They will stop criticizing. Not that. So that's not right. That's wrong. So see. So like that. So like that, we should practice. Those who are attempting to practice, we should practice like that. So we should train our mind like that. So this is so good because also the other person also learns from you. So one thing is other person gets prize, other person learn from you, other person become more compassionate, more patient, and so all the other person it helps the other person to achieve enlightenment. So like that. Also, just a Thomas Sangbo, Bodhisattva is Tibetan, Bodhisattva Thomas Sangbo. So one time he went to a monastery to give teachings, and they made a lot of offerings. So he left the monastery. He already left the monastery. He was carrying his attendants carrying the offerings. So thieves came. Thieves took their offerings, and all his attendants changed with robes, beads, and all that. So Desutongma Sambo, he dedicated all the offerings to the thief. He offered. Dedicated. He made prayers for them, dedication, to benefit. He made prayers, and he told the thieves, don't go to the monastery or some. He gave advice to them, to the thief, or to do what. I don't remember the details, but what the right thing to do. He gave advice, something which harms him to not do, So don't go to the monastery and do something explained to the thief. Oh, like that. So by training the mind in the thought transformation, this practice is called thought transformation. So thought transformation is the self-chasing thought. Self-chasing thought, ignorance, the root of samsara. So this, you see, they produce suffering. To you, it produces suffering to others. Family or others, it produces suffering. If you don't practice psychology, in the Western term, if you don't practice the terms from the Buddhist omniscient mind teaching, is if you don't practice thought transformation, the bodhicitta, right view. So if you don't practice thought transformation, then you produce suffering with ego, with the root of samsara, ignorance, to you, to others, brings problem, suffering. Also, like the global problem, what's happening now, and the country problem, society problem, individual problem, family problem, individual problem. So it's all coming from mind. So what's all coming from self-chasing thought, from the root of samsara, the ignorance. So by practicing thought transformation, Lojong, they utilizing undesirable things in the path to full enlightenment, or in happiness, in desirable things, transforming undesirable thing into desirable things. So that's very needed. Is the best science, best psychology in the West. You see, really to do the mind, not with outside, to do the mind. All your suffering came from your mind. All your happiness came from your mind. So it's up to your mind what you do with your mind. So every day, every hour, every minute, you are happy, you are suffering, problem came from your mind, negative mind. Or every day, every hour, every minute, pleasure, happiness come from your mind. It's from the mind, from positive mind. The problems, all the problems that day, that hour, they all come from your negative mind, self-chasing thoughts, or the root of samsara, the ignorance. So by practicing this thought transformation, so your mind will become dujamba. Your mind, besides your problems, things what you experience you don't like, that become utilized in the path to full enlightenment, ultimate happiness, the highest happiness. The highest happiness, the total cessation of the obscuration, completion of all the realization, to achieve that and to free the numberless sentiments from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to full enlightenment. Wow. What success you need more than that? There's no other success more than that. There's no greater success than that. So meantime, become dead, meantime your mental condition be peace. Meantime your mental condition great peace. So yeah. Meantime, right now, your mental condition great peace. Oh, like that. You do the practice of thought transformation. So meantime, and Khor Yangba. So your Khor Yangba doesn't relate only stomach. Khor Yangba means big mind. Khor Yangba is very relaxed, very big plans. You know, Khor Yangba is to go to enlightenment, to achieve enlightenment. So Khor Yangba is a very relaxed mind. But you go to achieve enlightenment, you know, free from gross development, achieve enlightenment, but so relaxed. Big mind, plan, big mind. Khor Yangba. Relax. Oh, so like the factory, or I don't know, example, a factory or shopping center or something, or so many rooms, so many things inside, unbelievable, so huge. But people who are planning, people who are making plans, so they know everything. They know everything how to do. So you know. Not unhappy mind, but when they know everything true, so everything is true like this. Oh, so like that, you see? Very relaxed mind. Khor Yangba. Dona Deva. So any sentence, any people, you company with any people, your family or outside people, ordained, not unordained. So any people you company, much happiness. You have a great happiness in your life. Any people you meet, any people you company with any people, great happiness. Not that, oh, you meet this person, you know, so, yeah, kind of so much attachment or something good, but this person, oh, you hate your, you know, all this kind of things doesn't bring happiness in your life. You know, something, so much attachment, so much anger, this and that, jealous, full of problems, you know. Then your life goes on suffering. You know, with the attachment, anger, you know, punish as a attachment, anger, punish as a. You know, you suffer your life with attachment, anger. No peace. Oh, then die. So that happiness, your mind is great happiness. Anybody you company with anybody, so that. And brave heart. It's a brave heart. Your mind brave. Oh, not weak mind, brave. And then your Dharma practice, your meditation practice, your Dharma practice, no obstacle. Because you use the obstacles to achieve enlightenment. You use the obstacles to achieve the highest success, the total cessation of obscuration, the completion of the realization, and to bring the sentence, to free the sentence means from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to full enlightenment. So you use the obstacle for that. So even you die with it, even you experience death, use for that to achieve highest success, enlightenment, pure happiness. Bring the sentence to enlightenment. Use your death for that, for happiness. So you use your cancer for that. You know, you use your whatever relationship problem for that. So what happened? Relationship problem, attachment, anger, all that. We ask ordinary people there who do not practice thought transformation. Wow, life is full of problems. Even there's no problem with the anger, but the problem with the attachment. On the paper, on the cloth, you see, the oil goes on the cloth. So difficult to separate from. So painful mind, chronic disease from beginning to birth, chronic disease, attachment, painful mind, so like that. So painful attachment to the mind. So then all the bad conditions, you see, appear, all the bad conditions and all the undesirable, all the unfavorable conditions, it appears to you, it appears, it change, it become manifest as a glorification. It becomes sporting. It is disturbing. Bad condition, disturbing, but you change your mind and everything transformed into sporting to you. So, whenever glorification, and they all sporting to you. And always there's peace. And your mind is always satisfied with the bliss, with the happiness. So something definitely needed, something so needed in such this degenerate time. So anyway, Okay. Now, basis of the, I must explain the basis of the basis of the before practicing thought transformation. I must explain the basis, the reason. I must explain the basis, the reason why. That's the most important. Otherwise, your motivation becomes my happiness. The motivation goes on that side. So rather happiness for numberless sentient beings, not just like you, but numberless. Before, just my happiness, But now with this practice, that's just like you, numberless. To eliminate suffering, obtain happiness. So you do practice for that. So it's important to know the basis. So the basis is that. This. Now this is a very important subject. To know all your past happiness, present happiness, all the future happiness, every single comfort, and even the dream, even when you feel hot, tired or hot, cool air passing through and feeling cool, even that's most pleasure, whatever is, or even the dream, the comfort in the dream, all the past, present, future happiness, including the full enlightenment, the liberation from samsara, and the full enlightenment, the sangye, Buddhahood. Every single thing that we receive, from numberless helpings, numberless Sankaras, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless spirit beings, numberless asura, numberless intimate helpings, we receive. The person who is angry to you, who always criticizes to you, who beat you, who does killing you, who angry to you, or mentally angry to you, dislike you, doesn't love you. So yeah, who harms you, the body, spirit, mind. Now that person, so you receive all your happiness from beginningless rebirth, and now future, after everything. Every single pleasure received from whom, received from this, from every sentient being, including this sentient being, this person who harm you with body, spirit, mind, come from all your happiness come from this. Okay. Come for this. Like this. How? Then all your past, present, future, all the happiness up to enlightenment, everything come from your good karma. Your good karma is the one action Buddha. The Buddha's action is two. One is the Buddha possessed by the Buddha's own mind. One is within us sentient beings. All our virtue thought are Buddha's action. All our virtue thought is a Buddha's action. Buddha has two actions. One is within us, one is within the mind. So, Sanjike Tile, Ni Tile. So the virtuous action, the Buddha's action, holy action. So it comes from Buddha. So this one reason come from Buddha. Also, by meeting Buddha's teaching, by learning Buddha's teachings, we come to know how to create good karma. So, from good karma, then we receive the happiness, past, future, present, future happiness. So, that's also way to think. But however, our virtue thought action is the Buddha's holy action. So came from Buddha. So means, the virtuous action is Buddha's holy action, came from Buddha. Buddha came from Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva came from Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta came from great compassion. The great compassion generated by depending on obscure, suffering, sentient beings. Obscure, suffering, sentient beings. Compassion happened because there's obscure, suffering, sentient beings exist. So therefore, the person who angry to you, dislike you all the time, complains to you all the time, who beat you, kill you, so include that person. So from this person, compassion is generated. The infinite. Of course, before Bodhicitta, the great compassion to sentient beings, great compassion for the sentient beings is the seven techniques of mind, cause, effect. There's, you see, the compassion is there. So after compassion, there's knowing all sentient beings happen, matter, being kind from beginningless rebirth. Then Maharishi then repaying kindness to the sentient beings. Then after that, then loving kindness. Loving kindness, yung chamba. So when you talk about the kasa, the seven techniques of mind, cause, effect, so that time then chamba is the yong chamba. So that's the Buddha said. So they are saying, how mother see her child, not because the beauty of the body, no, but this her child. So she see her child. So she see you know, the beauty,
pleasant, attractive.
Most precious.
Pleasant.
Yeah, so there's something, Tibetan waters, I think, Buddha mentioned an example, how mother feel you know, there may be little son or and a child, how she, not because of the beauty of the body, shape of the body, no, because of the heart child. So something most dear.
Affectionate. Affectionate.
Yeah, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche translated their Deepak translated affectionate translated affectionate, but I think most dear, you see, most dear. So, I mean, you can see the similar way. Child view, in the child view, the mother, who see the mother extremely kind. You know, not because of beauty or nothing to do with that. Just my mother, so kind, remember kindness. So then you see the beauty, most dear, you see, most dear. So so Yunga Chamba, then comes the compassion, then comes the Haksam. Yunga Chamba, Haksam, special attitude, taking a responsibility to free the sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering, to bring the enlightenment by oneself, special attitude. And then comes after the bodhicitta, Chandrika Sam, so to achieve enlightenment for that. So there's compassion, the great compassion. So depending on this person who angry, complains to you, with the body, beats you, kills, beats you, kills you, whatever, harm you. So now, from that great compassion great compassion generated, great compassion towards every sentence, that includes him, her, great compassion generated. Then, because of that, the bodhicitta is generated towards all the sinners. Then from that, bodhisattva comes. From bodhisattva, Buddha comes. From Buddha's action, your virtuous actions, the Buddha's action. That was Buddha's action. All that comes. So then from that, then all your past, present, future, all the happiness comes. So therefore, this person, you receive all your past happiness, your present, all your future happiness, and every single pleasure you receive from this person. Even Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, always take refuge, Even you begin practice, always take refuge over them. For then, to not be rebel, to get a higher rebirth, and to be free from samsara, to achieving all that happens. So by taking refuge of Buddha, taking refuge of Buddha, Dharma, all that Buddha, who has infinite qualities, all about all, came from this person, who was always angry, complain you, beat you, abuse you. Buddha came from this person. So Dharma came from this person, Sangha came from this person. Wow. Unbelievable, most unbelievable. How precious it is, this person. Wow. Amazing. So how precious. So this, whole sky filled with the, and gold, diamond, leave that, but filled with the Vishigan jewel, as I said before. Vishigan jewel, you have filled the whole sky. That doesn't make you to purify all the negative karmas. That doesn't make you to cease all the negative karmas, to be reborn Lord dreams. That doesn't make you cease negative karma. That doesn't make you to that doesn't make you to receive higher rebirth. That does that cannot give you higher rebirth. That cannot give you liberation from samsara. That cannot give you the sangye, the full enlightenment. It cannot give you full enlightenment. But you see, practice morality, not give harm to sentient being, practice morality, then you get a higher birth. By doing that, you see, with the sentient beings, including this person, not harming and practicing morality, I think you get a higher birth from this person. Okay? Then practicing 3-hour trainings, and higher training, practice 3-hour training, and the first one is higher training morality. So on this sentient being, this person, sentient being, by practicing higher training morality, then you get liberation from samsara. By practice of compassion to this person, practicing Buddhist, then you achieve full enlightenment. Like that. So even just, not only that, even just cherishing this sentient being, you don't get lower realms, you get a higher birth. By cherishing this sentient being, you get liberation from oceans of samsara suffering. By cherishing this person, you get full enlightenment, Buddhahood, Sangye Kubang, state of the total stage of obscuration, completion of all the realizations. You achieve by cherishing this person. I'm talking just one person. Even cherish one person, you achieve enlightenment. I'm not talking cherishing all sentient beings. Generally come back, cherishing all sentient. I'm cherishing talking one sentient. As I told you a story, that Gezu Sumbuwa cherished this lady who is full of leprosy disease. Leprosy, the past blood came out so dirty and filthy. So unbelievable compassion generated, unbelievable. Let's go, I cherish others. Then immediately carried her on the back, on his back, and without fear or anything about getting the disease, no. Unbelievable compassion. Then he carried the lady back, and then carried the middle of the river. Didn't cross the whole river, middle of the river. Then his karma to project ordinary sentient being full of disease, all that would project that ordinary karma, before, or the finished, purified during that time by carrying her. Then you see Dojapangmo, enlightened being, as it is the enlightened being. Now you see enlightened being, Dojapangmo. Then he took him in the same body without need to die in the Pure Land, Tabakachu, and to become enlightened there. So, that's generating unbelievable compassion to one sentient being. The benefit like that. So, quick to achieve enlightenment. So I told also Maitreya Buddha, the General Buddhist earlier, but Guru Shadyam, the General Buddhist later, but Guru Shadyam Buddha's compassion, the Buddha is much stronger than the Maitreya Buddha. So Guru Shadyam Buddha being enlightened much earlier. So also the So, to do the meditation is one thing, but for first understand this. Now, why you take the sufferings of all sentient beings? Why? You know? Yeah, sufferings, all the unfavorable things of sentient beings on you. You see, let go. So you destroy this. You destroy the self-chasing thought. The bomb, like bombing. You bomb your enemy inside. Destroy the self-chasing thought. From where all the problem comes, which brings all the problems, obstacle dharma to achieving life. Obstacles to practice dharma, even happiness this life, then future life, future happiness, future lives, and then liberation of some, the enlightenment, all the obstacles which brings all the self-chasing to destroy. Bomb. Take all sentient sufferings, undesirable things. And then you see, also you see, root of samsara, ignorance. What it hold, or the ignorance hold, is the real I, which is not there, which has never been there from beginning of this birth, which has not been true. It cheated us, it deceived us, cheated us from beginning of this birth, as it's there. But it's never been there, cheat us. That's why still we're suffering in samsara. Take the birth continuously, suffer. So up to now. So if you do not do not realize emptiness, so continuously cheat us, deceived us by the ignorance, then we will suffer endlessly, reincarnating samsara. So the real I also not there. What is beliefs? Not there. So enter in the emptiness a little bit. And then you see by general loving kindness, by general compassion, they take out the sufferings with the compassion. Then you give your body fill the whole sky in the form of wishing grand jewel. In the form of wishing grand jewel by my root guru Kyabje Lama Zopa said, advised in the Lamrim. Didn't say blood. In the Choe practice, there's a white distribution, red distribution. So red distribution, white distribution transfer nectar, but red distribution, mountains of blood, mountains of skeleton, bone, flesh, blood, all that make charity for spirits and the aging. So that, but here Lamrim, so you wish grand jewel, numberless in sky. So you make charity all 60 realms sentiments. And then they got everything whatever they want. including enlightenment. So they all achieve enlightenment, Dhammakaya. And then along the all your enjoyments, all your enjoyments, means money, banking, how many hats you have, how many socks you have, how many shoes you have, winter shoes, summer shoes, autumn shoes, shoes, so many shoes for one person, nighttime shoes, daytime shoes, outside shoes, inside shoes, so all the enjoy, all the same thing with the clothes, winter time, summer time, so enjoyments, all, you see, give it, make charity for the sentient, 6 realms. So not left out even one insect, not left out even one person that you don't like, do you hate, not left out. You gave everything to Navals. Then they achieve enlightenment. They got everything. Then you came with the to think as well. Then Trisha married, past, all the present, all the future marriage. And the result of the marriage, all the happiness, all the enjoyment of this life, the future lives, then liberation from samsara, as a liberation, the enlargement, total cessation, obscurity, completion of the real, everything, all the Buddhas, all the Buddha Dharma Sangha, when you become Buddha Dharma Sangha, the Dharma actualized in the Sangha, then the Buddha, all the called, numberless called the Buddha's holy bodies, everything you dedicate. All the 3 time merits and the result, all the result of merits, you dedicate all sentient beings. Then you see, when you, then they all become enlightened. So when you do sincerely like this, it can become great puja. Somebody who is very, very sick, somebody who is harmed by spirit, somebody who is so much harmed by spirit, so sick, so painful. If you do sincerely like this dedication, including thinking of those people, so it can help. It can be very helpful. Can be very helpful. Like that. So not the time. So this Tonglen, such brief, the extensive in the Lamrim and also in the Bodhisattva. When you do the Junjung Malam prayer of the Bodhisattva, when you read that, then when you read not just prayer, when you read that also you visualize you're doing that. Or the hell, in the hell realm, all the weapons become flower for them. So forth like that. Example like that. All the beautiful things happen to them. So you can visualize at the same time. So I stop here. So this way, the total transformation practitioner has no obstacle to Dharma. Because the obstacle to Dharma, what you have, you utilize in the past to enlighten, to achieve enlightenment. Not all, you utilize to achieve the enlightenment, to free the sentient beings, samsara, and to achieve enlightenment. So therefore, you have no obstacle to practice Dharma. So this if doctor says you have cancer, or you see, then if you have trained well, if you trained well in thoughts and remembrance, you will be so happy. You will be if the doctor says you have cancer, you will be so happy. So that means all sentient beings suffering the cancer or experience on you, you feel so happy, So like that, so happy. So like this, I tell you, the Kyabje Lama Zopa, I think I told that night, I'm not sure. Kyabje Lama Zopa, in the summertime, there's much rain. So in the outside Khor monastery, there was a cement square after the steps. There was Tara and the Bodhi tree before that, in front of that. So he felt giddy, so much rain. So immediately felt my life obstacle is received. He received my life obstacle. He received. He felt my life obstacle. He received. He felt unbelievable happiness. He fell down so heavily, but he felt unbelievable happiness in his heart. Oh, that is who has finished, who has well-trained mind in this practice, thought transformation, or lojong, all like that. For example, Genchamba Ongdu, or my teacher from who accomplished Shine, Karma abiding in Dalhousie, and who actualized emptiness down below his own Ling Rinpoche in the cave. There's a big rock. He digs the land, the earth, and he meditated for 7 years. He actualized the Mahamudra there, and then he actualized the Bodhicitta on the Dharamsala mountain. There's another house up there. He actualized Bodhicitta. So then actualized after that also Kerala illusory body or highest Tantric path, all like that. So you before it was my best friend, inspiring Dharma, practice Dharma, inspiring. So that best friend. But after Lama passed away, then I took the Julin, the taking the essence of flower. You see, when you are so isolated mountains or places, meditate, so to get the food, is many days you have to go, and it takes a lot of time. So to save the time, to not waste time, to save the time, you don't need to eat food. You just eat live on the peels made of flour. There's a made of water, there's a windy Julin and a stone Julin. There's different way. But this flower. So I drew the practice. I drew that from him, and then asked him one question: how do you achieve realization of Lamdrim quickly? Then he answered, destroy the self-chasing thought. So that's the like atomic bomb. The answer is like that includes so much practice. So underdoubt. So you practice underdoubt to self-chasing thought. So mainly you do that. Then realization Lamdrim comes very good. So he wanted to tip him while he went for teaching his own maybe at the monastery or the palace. Then tip him, but didn't take the pictures, the 1 or 2 pictures of the gurus did. But he took the clock. What for him among those? What the value is on the clock. The Geshe-la is 1 clock on the table. So he drew the clock. So after Geshe Chamong came back, he saw the clock was taken by thief. So he was so happy. So he was so happy that the thief got what he wanted. So he was so happy. Oh, that those are who trained well the mind into thought transformation. Who trained well. You see? So the result happiness. So all of that, okay? So I think it's right, yeah. So maybe in the future. Okay, talk in the future. Like that. So it's very, very fortunate that I meet to talk, you to listen, and really, really good this to be able to Dharma. So that's what is needed in the world is Dharma. Not fighting, not anger, not attachment, not ignorance. What is needed in the world is Dharma, to bring happiness to you, to all the world, to everybody. Especially Bodhicitta, yeah, so I stop here. No, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So, this already you get for the center.
From our bottom of our hearts, I'd like to thank Rinpoche for these wonderful teachings, and we'll try to practice them as much as possible, and we ask Rinpoche to please come back soon, teach us extensively, because we may forget what we learned and we don't know probably, we can't understand. And give us Lama Zopa teachings, Lamrim teachings, and the initiations that we require to achieve enlightenment. Thank you. I'd also like to thank our venerable teachers who so kindly come on weekends and teach us, and who are being so unbearably kind to us. And also I would like to thank Choe, so I give them a small token.
Now we're going to do it together. Due to all that three-time marriage collected by me, three-time marriage collected by the listened to knowledge of Buddhas, Metta Bodhicitta, ultimate good heart, were generated in the heart of all the six realm sentient beings, especially in the heart of everybody in this world, especially in the heart of all the students and the center benefactors and voluntaries working for the center, and those who rely upon me, especially who rely upon me, whom I promise to pray for, whose name is given to me in all their heart, General Bodhicitta, and especially all of us here, especially all of us here in the heart of all of us here, including our family members who passed away, who are still living in all their heart without delaying a second. And in whose heart, Bodhicitta generated may we increase. Chanjo Senjo Rinpoche Majeba Jeva Nyamba Ameba Ye Kone Kundu Abeva Raisho Same thing with the emptiness. Tonye tawa rinpoche maje wana jeju je jeva nyamba meba kone gondu beva sho. Kanti rabe guri shingan dependa dewa malu jime jere sewa tenten jazo yi shabe side tenjuru je. Did all that three times marriage declared by me by Sindeme by Buddha, and they made the one object of refuge as six realm sentient beings. And originator of us as certain beings, happiness, past, present, future happiness, and peerless guide. They are peerless guide. to enlightenment, bring us to enlightenment. Free us sentient beings from oceans of samsara suffering and bring to us to enlightenment. His one is Lama. Who are bringing peace, peace, happiness in the sentient beings in this world. Long life and all the holy wishes to succeed immediately. Tonya Ninja Sundu Jibela, Jeja Zante Kanten Tendru, Chana Bemo Tenzin Jazola, Soanda, Shedel Lundrujo, Dona Gombo Jeres, Seja Javi, Janga Kanjin, Yongzo, Jajin Mola Kanze, Tazan Tendin, Jawarazu, to follow his owner's advice. Chana Bema Jela Duze Jentazo Ninge Suzu Atame Kashin Jeve Jeve Ramyembe Kezan Chuchu Jasu Tazu Mecho Seche Jave Jela Tantente Luwa Mebe Temba Tantake Lasan Tabet Nanda Mambe Nikun Tuju Then maybe be guided due to all the three dimensions collected by me, by numberless Buddhas, and maybe be guided by Lama Tsongkhapa in all the lifetimes, being my direct guru, and never separated away from the pure path. Means actualize, and become enlightened. Actualize pure path. Never separated from that. That is highly admired by all the Buddhas. Tera Kundu Java Tonga Tejo Jenye Nguzu Zebe Zu Jave Ngabe Lamsan Tenye Keje Zayang Zoba Amanju. In all the lifetimes, as a digital teacher collected by numberless Sindhima, numberless Buddhas, may we, including all our family members who died or living, including all those, all the students and center benefactor volunteers, and those who rely upon my permissible names given to me. All of us, in all the lifetime, to never separate away from perfectly qualified mind guru, a perfectly qualified guru, and enjoy the magnificent Dharma. Actualize the path of Burmese and unified state of Bhajdara as quick as possible. Jawa Gundu Yanda Lama Dang Dame Chuji Bala Lonje Sada Lamne Yande Razone Doje Tenge Gova Nyudo Ujo. I need to be able to cherish us, to be able to cherish every single sentient beings, every single insects, mosquitoes, and every single sentient beings, animals, house beings, hungry gods, human beings, suras, asuras, intimacy, every single sentient being able to cherish like myself. That's one way. But able to cherish more than whole sky filled with the billion, zillion, trillion dollars, or the whole sky filled with the gold diamonds, or whole sky filled with the rich ground and jewels. More than that, cherish more than that every sentient being. Every sentient being. As I explained, the benefits, what we get up to enlightenment. Numberless called the Buddhas, called the Buddhist mind. Include the Dharma, Sangha, everything you get from this sentient being. Even from one sentient being who is angry to you, who always criticizes, beat you, harm you, kill you. But the kindness, you get happiness, you receive your happiness from beginning, but now, future, every single thing from this sentient being. Even Buddha Dharma Sangha came from this sentient being. That you take refuge came from sentient beings. All that. Now, even non-believer who do not believe Dharma, who don't believe religion, even non-believer who doesn't believe reincarnation karma, purpose of life, even is one life, in the view of that mind, one life. Even one life, even one life, for that non-believer, purpose of life is to benefit, to not harm, to benefit. Even there is one sentient being, as like that, every sentient being, so most dear, you are most dear, most precious, most kind, your wish fulfilling to you. See, our purpose of life is to not harm, to bring happiness. As much as you can. As much as you can. Especially, we believe in reincarnation karma. You take refuge with Dhamma. No question. This is the best practice. This is the main practice. This is the main practice. This is the Mahayana practice. This is the best practice. Best meditation, best practice. This is the most meaningful life. If you do that, see, so therefore, this is most precious, most precious. So therefore, every single benefit, what you can help. You see, so happy, unbelievable happy to help. Every single small, if somebody, old person, carrying a very heavy load, like some people who run a house, in the living street, and carry so many things, and example, so difficult to carry, then you help. You carry some of the lighter, the other person, or in the vehicles, on bus, on vehicles, there are many people staying. You give your seat to somebody else, even small benefit like that. What you can do to others, to help others, even small benefit, you practice, you offer. So more you realize how precious, kind, dear, which will, then even small benefit you can offer, make so unbelievable happy, unbelievable, because it's most precious, most kind, so even small benefit you can, make you so happy. That's the purpose of life. You can fulfill your purpose of life. So then, of course, also with the giving, teaching, guiding, meditation, or you see, for the center, for Dharma center, then is the place where you arrange teacher, translator. I mean, this the giving, teaching, guiding, meditation, explain Dharma, the sentence. Without Dharma, there's no samsara, there's no end. suffering samsara from beginningless, now endless have to suffer. So therefore, Dharma, you educate Dharma to the sentient being, practice Dharma, then you can help the sentient beings to end their suffering. Wow, how that is so important. Wow. Even without talking enlightenment, to end the samsara. Wow. So you can see the Dharma center, so how important it is. You can see now how that's so important. And working for Dharma center is really best gift of the sentient being, to give education Dharma and to opportunity to practice him. To end the suffering and to bring the enlightenment. So anyway, then you're practicing Dharma, you also learn Dharma to help sentient being. Well, then you see deep benefit. Freedom from oceans of samsara, freedom from oceans of samsara suffering, from the cause, ignorance, delusion, karma, or deep benefit, deep like ocean, principle ocean, deep benefit, the sentient being, to bring the enlightenment. So you see the benefit is unbelievable. You're practicing Dharma for sentient being. Wow. So deep benefit, even small benefit. What I gave example before, even on the water, small insect fell down, having difficulties, to help them take it out, free from the sinking in the water. Even there's another animal attacking another animal to try to help. Also, so even small help, all try to help. All of that. So it's great. The more you see that they send them being precious, you feel so happiness. All like that. So important. This is all like that. Then practicing Dharma, learning Dharma, practicing Dharma to help the sentient beings. So then you see how that is the greatest help, benefit. Okay? So please enjoy the life with good heart. All like this. With good heart. Enjoy the life. So your life is filled with happiness. Filled with happiness. Enjoy the life with good heart. All like this. Benefiting others. That's the best life. Thank you so much. So did all that 3-time marriage. Due to all that 3-time marriage, past, present, future marriage collected by me, 3-time marriage collected by number Buddhas, which are merely labeled by the mind. May the I, who is merely labeled by the mind, achieve the Buddhahood, which is merely labeled by the mind. Lead all the sentient beings who are merely labeled by the mind to that enlightenment. Which is merely labeled by the mind. By myself alone, who is also merely labeled by the mind. Zaman başı da cembazda kundu zambo diye heda kunje cedan dalo cenge vade da danjera dongo düzebe cavadan cejengo vagana cüze daya geve zavat digince zambo cüzera dongo varayci. Then did all that 3-time marriage collected by me, by Buddhas, May the Lama, stainless teaching Lama Tsongkhapa be spread in my heart, means actualize, and then oneself cause to actualize the Lama Tsongkhapa teaching in the heart of other sentient beings. Choe Jabo Tsongkhapa Chutu Namba Pewa Keji Sama Shiva Tantun Jema Lu Zangwa Jo Tata Shinji Tuzu Tanteve Sonye Laten Kyawa Losan Chaba Ye Tamba Yuri Band So it was the Jasutama Sangpa teaching.